Well, this is my first time posting in here, or posting on Reddit in general, really, and I wanted to share this experience that I had with someone else here. To preface, I'm not exactly sure if this dude qualifies as a neckbeard. He's kind of borderline, being very tall, lanky, and supporting the iconic beard, but just overall a super creepy dude. Anyways, let me get on with the story, and you can decide for yourselves. This all happened yesterday from the time I'm writing this. I came across the neckbeard about 2 weeks earlier, and while he was creepy then, I don't remember enough to write an actual story about it. I actually documented this entire experience via messages to my boyfriend as Neckbeard was sitting right in front of me. I can post this later if anyone wants to see them. I'm a music major, civically voice, and had just gotten done with a performance in my studio class. I did not have a car today and had 4 hours to kill before my voice lesson, so I got some food, sat down somewhere, and began working on some homework for my online classes. I had gotten maybe an hour into doing my own thing when Neckbeard comes out of nowhere, waving me down to get my attention. Oh God, not this again. He greets me, laughs, and mentions how funny it is that he always sees me on Fridays. Granted, this is the second time I've ever seen this dude, and after a bit of banter, he decides to sit himself down across from me. Great! I'm still on my laptop, to which Neckbeard asks what I'm doing. I'm working on some homework. Oh, I see, so I take it you have some high academic standards? Yeah, sure. That's cool. I would also say I have some pretty high academic standards. I have a 4.0 GPA and I'm part of an honor society. It's pretty great. Yeah, I'm sure you are, dude. Neckbeard gave me the great question of what my favorite video games are. He asked the same question 5 times over the course of our conversation, by the way, and each time I answer with Persona and Zelda. He then begins to drawl over how great Final Fantasy is and how much he loved FF15, and that is the best game he's ever played, when I decided to begin the messages to my boyfriend. I opened an old essay for one of my old classes to pretend to be writing and started clacking away to my boyfriend about how absolutely uncomfortable I was. God bless, I took notes throughout this conversation. There's quite a few zingers in here. After the video game conversation, Neckbeard goes along and asks how long I lived in my state. I've lived in blank for all my life. Really? That's pretty cool. I always thought that people from blank were really weird. I'm originally from Germany. What? Neckbeard then goes on and just leans on his hand, stares at me, and giggles randomly for a few seconds. I can't tell you how many times he stops and does this. I'd say it took up about 25% of the conversation time. I just look at him and try to avoid eye contact. Like, okay, dude? I think you're really goofy with your glasses. I'm sorry? Oh no, you just seem like a really funny person. Okay, whatever that means. Neckbeard continues just to stare at me while I continue to frantically type away to my boyfriend. After about a full minute pause of him just staring and giggling, he pulls out, I like the way you arranged your hair. Thanks? I just like it. It's really cute and you're really cute. My hair isn't done in any special way. It's just shoulder length with bangs, and I just dyed it a light orange blonde color a while ago. But still, a way I arranged my hair? The hell does that mean? Neckbeard stops giggling and staring at me and asks about my major. I'm a music major. Oh, that's cool. Do you play an instrument or anything? I'm a singer, actually, but I do a bit of piano. Oh, really? Could I get a demonstration right now? Hell no. I've been told I'm a really good singer, but I'm pretty shy about singing in public, especially to strangers. The only stuff I sing are arias in different languages, so I am not about to burst out in Italian in the middle of the student union. Screw that. After I decline, Neckbeard talks about me and karaoke and wanting to go someday. While dropping that line, maybe one day we could sing karaoke together. Hell no, buddy. So, what do you want to do in the future with your music stuff and all? I'm hoping to be a choir director. Oh, that's cool. Hey, maybe I could write songs for your choir? What? No. I don't know. I definitely could, though. I don't know. You seem like you could be pretty cool. I'm not really sure yet. Okay. Part of me thinks you're kind of boring, though. Gee, thanks, asshat. You're really winning it over here. Neckbeard then leaned on his hand again, stared at me, giggles. God, please stop doing that. You look like a portrait, like you could be on canvas. I'm sorry? What does that mean? At this point, I was very uncomfortable and really only gave short answers. So, what were you like in high school? I don't know. You don't know, really? Nope. Well, I'm very different from when I was in high school. I talk to pretty much everyone I see now. Good for you, buddy, but you're in early 20s. High school ended 4 or 5 years ago. Get over it. Neckbeard noticed my lack of response at this point and asked, So, I take you don't talk to a lot of people? Nope. Oh, so you're more introverted? Yep. I like that. Unsurprisingly, Neckbeard began rambling on about how he does traditional Japanese martial arts, starts flipping through his phone to show me pictures he took at a Matsuri festival and at a Japanese friendship garden. After finishing up, Neckbeard decided to rehash the question about high academic standards and pulled out this line. I like the saying that knowledge is power. Yeah, I have really high academic standards. God and me. He then went on and bragged to me about how he would be working as a librarian on campus to show me how high his academic standards really were. Great! Thanks for the warning to never go to the school library. After that, guess what? You guessed it. Leaning, staring, giggling. God, it's so creepy. So, what makes you stand out from other girls? What? At this point, Neckbeard had a buddy that was sitting behind me. He was watching me frantically, switching between the untouched essay and Facebook where I was messaging my boyfriend, and approached us. Buddy. Hey man, why don't you come play Smash with us? Neckbeard. No, I'm good. I'm having a conversation with this lovely lady right here. Ugh. Buddy. Seriously man, come play Smash with us. We're doing an 8-player right now. Neckbeard to me. What about it? You want to come? Me. No thanks, I'm fine. I have homework to work on. The subject then changed to getting coffee, which went about the same way. Neckbeard asked, I declined, and he stayed. God bless Buddy for trying, though. I'm way too nice to tell Neckbeard go away. After Buddy leaves, more creepy staring and giggling from Neckbeard. I don't know what it is about you, but you just have a really cute, uplifting, bubbly smile. Glad to know my fake uncomfortable smile is cute to you, bucko. After that uncomfortable statement, Neckbeard decides to drop that big, old anime question. So, do you watch anime at all? Not as much as I used to. Oh yeah, me too. I haven't watched anime in about 4 or 5 years. He then goes on to tell me how much he loves Attack on Titan and complain about how long it takes for them to pump out the new seasons. Christ. Leaning, staring, giggling. I told you this happens a lot. And then he goes on to ask how tall I am. I am 5'6", and Neckbeard begins to brag about being 6'1". He then asks how big my hands are. What? And after he made us compare hands, he told me I was small like a baby. Fuck off, dude. Neckbeard then asked for my number so we can hang out, and my dumbass agreed. We trade phones. I spent maybe a minute putting in my name and number, while Neckbeard takes in about 5. He's just staring at my phone and giggling while typing some things. Uh-oh. He finally gives me back my phone after what seems to be like forever, and saw that he was giggling over. The dude put his name in my phone as first name, Mr. Relaxation, or something along those lines. You bet I immediately changed that shit as soon as he was not looking. Then, Neckbeard starts up more conversation.
So, have you any plans over the summer, or maybe hang out sometime?
Yeah, no, I'm going to be really busy with my mom's wedding over the summer.
Oh, your mom's getting married?
Yep.
Did she get divorced, or?
My dad's dead. God, please, anything to get this neckbeard to leave. I didn't lie either. My dad did pass away when I was younger, and my mom is getting married in June. I'm pretty happy for her. Anyways, the conversation continues, leaning, staring, giggling. God, make it stop! And then Neckbeard goes on to tell me how I seem very sweet and innocent. I just deadpan told you that my dad was dead. Where'd you get that idea? I desperately wanted Neckbeard to leave, and it was getting close to time when my boyfriend gets off of work. He usually calls me right after he gets off, so this would be perfect. Neckbeard definitely was not taking the hint that I was uncomfortable, and at that point, telling him off would probably just make him mad. I wanted to make this dude as uncomfortable as possible to make him leave, and boy, howdy, was I ready to try anything. 2 p.m. rolls around, and my boyfriend calls me. I pick up the phone with an overly loud, "Hi, Daddy!" and began talking to him all babyish over the phone. After a minute passes, and I tell boyfriend that I talked to him a bit and hang up with a very nice, happy, "I love you" before hanging up. Neckbeard just looks at me.
You don't want to talk to him? I mean, we're having a conversation right now, aren't we? We are, yeah.
He then goes on telling me about his relationship with his parents. This dude dead has thought I was talking to my actual dad. Glad to know he was not paying attention to a single thing I've been saying. Fuck it. Time to drop the boyfriend bomb. Neckbeard then goes on to ask me about writing.
You sure seem to be pretty passionate about writing that essay.
I mentioned that my boyfriend has a bachelor's in English and is currently getting back to his master's. I also told him of our future plans to become teachers together. After the boyfriend mentioned, Neckbeard just looks at me stunned. Boyfriend calls me again shortly after, and this time I excuse myself and take it outside. I start laughing and telling boyfriend that I cannot make Neckbeard leave, and how he thought I was talking to my dead dad when I picked up the phone the first time. After a few minutes, we decide to turn my volume on all the way down and leave the call going so boyfriend can hear everything. I walk back inside, and from the look on Neckbeard's face, he had definitely begun connecting the dots between the daddy and boyfriend drop while I was gone. He gave many uncomfortable fake coughs, looked at me, and gave me this.
Look, I don't think this is gonna work out between us.
Did this dude sit down and imagine me as his fake girlfriend or something between the 2 weeks we knew each other? There was never an us. What? Neckbeard then gets up, leaves, and I immediately pick up my phone again to hear boyfriend wheezing on the other end over Neckbeard's last words.